Hello everybody, Joe Bacon here, and welcome back to another episode of MUV Love Alternative. It is erotically hot outside today, and I'm pretty sure I almost passed out at work, and I would have died if no one was there. But fortunately, I had enough brains about me to say, fuck this, I'm going inside. Fucking swing shift can deal with this shit when it cools off. I was like dripping. Like, actually, like, you know how an airplane, he has the drinking problem and he fucking splashes water all over his head when he's trying to land the plane? I looked like that, but, it looked like I fucking jumped in a swimming pool. Anyway, enough about me bitching about how hot it is here. They're getting their new mechs today. Woo!
シーゴ輸送機が6機。数は合っている。ガッキー、気を抜くなよ。
What? Planning on someone shooting him down? Nothing suspicious on the thermal scan. 3 heat sources in the cockpit, and 4 on the wings. Those must be the engines. Yes, I would sure hope so. 2 pilots, and the 17s don't have them, but it's essentially like a radio officer, navigator. Nah. I think it's a radio officer on a C5. Don't judge me. They sit right next to our planes, and they're 1 floor above us, but we don't talk to those people. Those heathens. All clear then. Each plane has 7 heat sources. Yeah, nothing. And there's nothing in any of the cargo bays. Cool. Even if something did go wrong, we're on high alert, so we'll be able to respond in the blink of an eye. Also, a flight of 6 C5s? Holy shit, that is going to be so much wake turbulence. I do not want to be fucking number 6 in that flight. Hell, even if there was some kind of mistake and the beta popped out of those containers, it wouldn't be anything like the disaster from before. We've got a fully armored tactical armored, but we have a fully armed tactical armored battalion. We could easily deal with 6 transport containers worth of beta. Though, all I can do is back them up in an armored vehicle, because I broke my Fubuki. How'd you do that, kid? This is probably the kind of vigilant attitude Yuko-sensei was trying to create on Yokohama base. I don't 100% agree with everything she did, but I have to admit, she gets results. Everyone on the base has a much deeper sense of solidarity now. Solidarity, okay. No one's content to rest on their laurels anymore, just because the IJF stands between us and the beta. And just as Sensei had hoped, all the American sympathizers and starry-eyed optimists have been dismissed from the base's top brass. Now the positions are being filled with battle-hardened UN military generals from every front. With the 00 unit complete, and some sort of huge operation no doubt on the horizon, they're probably worried it all might get sabotaged.
城がね、94式の到着がぼーっとするほど嬉しいのか?
Oops. Ah, crap. Yes, Captain, I'm very excited.
だったらしっかり警戒することだな。装甲車の重機関銃でもソルジャー級やウォーリアー級の相手ぐらいはできるぞ。
Oh, right. Yeah, his mech got destroyed because it was ripped apart. Yep, I remember that happening, and then the thing happened. Yep. Uh-huh. I know where my brain is. I know where I am, who I am, what I'm doing. Roger. Inside of those 6 containers are the Shiranuis we'll be using from now on. Genuine, bona fide, combat-grade TSFs. Sergeant Shinkuchi, I hope you're watching. I'm gonna do it. I'll avenge you. I promise.
317飛行隊1番機着陸態勢に移行。
バルキリー1より各機 IFF 解除。自動照準で標的を追尾。セーフティーはまだ外すなよ。
These are our Shiranuis. I've seen tons of them before in other units, but after losing my Fubuki, it's a pretty emotional moment for me. I still remember the day our Fubukis came in. I was so excited I couldn't sleep the night before. But I'm not as naive as I was back then. This time around, I'm feeling a whole slew of emotions. There's a sense of accomplishment and elation, but also feelings of emptiness and futility.
Takeru!
Oh, hey, there you are.
装甲車での警戒任務ご苦労であったな。どうだ、警戒中にほうけるほど待ち焦がれた機体は。
Oh, please. Don't act like you're not totally stoked yourself.
そうだな。ようやくこれで本当に部隊の一員となれた気がする。
Their shipment was delayed, so the rest of the gang had to train in their Fubukis for a while. Not only were they newbies, but they were in vastly inferior TSFs. It must have been hard to coordinate with the rest of the unit. So you're all done turning over your Fubukis? Nice. How'd it feel?
今まで共に歩んできたのだ。思うところはある。
Mm-hmm. You steal something from it? You tend to find out after a pilot's finished with their Finny flight, which is their last flight before retirement. It's weird. The standby compass, it just a gremlin must have got it. It's not on the plane anymore. Weird how that happens. It used to be called a whiskey compass because you could put whiskey in there and drink it. Shit gets fucked on flights, It's not so bad with us anymore, but you hear stories about fucking the Russians stopping over in the desert to get fueled up and whatever. And you just go up there and they're just smoking in the cockpit and there's a fucking bottle of vodka in the center console and you're like, fuck it, man. You guys do you. Yeah.
良い機体であった。
Yeah, I know the feeling. After getting used to the Gekishin in the previous timeline, going back to the Fubuki in this one felt pretty nostalgic. Maintenance training, basic movement training, all our mock battles, not to mention the coup d'etat and the XM3 trials. We went through a lot with these babies. They're also what I was using back when Tama shot down the HSST and during the volcano evacuation effort.
そなたにこれを渡そうと思ってな。
Huh?
そなたは帰ってくるなり特殊任務であったのでな。私そびれていたのだ。
This is the control stick from a Type 92 control unit, isn't it?
そなたの吹雪が解体された時に整備班長に外しておいていただいたのだ。
Aw. Huh? But this is military property. You can't get away with this, can you? It's surprisingly easy to. Especially in a case like yours, just be like, I don't know what happened to it, man. And they'd be like, alright, cool. I can't believe you'd break the rules over this. That the chief mechanic would agree to it. No, it's extremely reasonable that he would agree to it.
私たちはユニットを丸ごと知らぬいに換装するからコックピット自体は何も変わらんが、そなたの機体の完成ユニットは新品なのであろう。
Yeah, that's right.
持っているがよい。お守りとするか戒めとするかはそなた次第だ。
Thanks. I appreciate it.
整備班長も二度とそなたが機体を壊さないのであればと喜んで共犯者となってくださったぞ。
He did, huh?
後で礼を言うがよいぞ。こっそりとな。
Yeah, slide him a six-pack under the table. Yeah, I will. And I'll promise not to break my sheer newbie too.
そう願いたいわね。
Bah! Sensei.
みつるに敬礼は
Yeah,
や
why
め
are
て
you,
って言って
why are
る
you
でしょ。
saluting a civilian, you fucking weirdo?
失礼しました。
Don't see you around here that often.
今日の搬入の警備体制を視察するために第二管制塔にいたからね。帰りがてら寄ったのよ。
Huh? But why?
決まってるでしょ。保護用のビニールを破く
You're
た
one
め
of
よ。
those people. What?
あんたの機体だけ完成ユニットが新品でしょ。私に破かせなさい。
Sure, you can do it. I don't really care for that. Oh yeah, I kind of remember hearing that she loves unpacking new TSF parts.
ここのところ帝国軍のお偉方の接待構成やら会議やらばっかりでね。ストレス溜まってるのよ。
Uh-huh. Sounds pretty rough. She did say she had a bunch of minor business to take care of. Though, I'm sure she's not telling me everything.
あ、そうそう。あんたは今日このまま訓練に参加しなさいね。
Huh? I can't do that if I don't have a TSF. There's no way they could have my Shiranui ready that quickly.
甘く見てもらっちゃ困るわね。なんで搬入が今日までかかったと思ってるの？
Wasn't it because of the beta ambush?
横浜基地の混乱を予想して 向こうで整備を終わらせてから搬入させたのよ。
Oh, cool.
だから時間がかかったの。
Oh, so that's what happened, right. I guess it wouldn't really make sense for it to be a result of the beta attack, since she's the one who orchestrated that. Still, I'm surprised she'd hint so heavily at her involvement in front of other people, even if nobody around here would dare take her to task on it.
完成ユニットの感想がない分、あんたの機体は午後には使えるわよ。エクセムス
Oh, fucking mouse wheel, piece of shit. What? Oh, is it XM3 installed? Yeah.
強化装備に残っていない制御ログはあんたの練習機から移しておいたから感謝しなさい。
Really? Thank you so much. Oh, this is awesome. It'll feel just like piloting my old one then.
では私たちも午後から白縫いを使えるのでしょうか。
Also, fuck these mechanics for being able to be in a climate-controlled hangar when they do their work. Just saying.
完成ユニットの感想はいくら急いでも夕方になるわよ。
Fucking me out there uploading new programs to the jet. It's 120 degrees on there. I have to fucking battery start the auxiliary power unit so I can crank the AC instantly so the avionics systems don't literally cook themselves.
吹雪は先ほど返納してしまいましたが。
でもいすみは大丈夫だって言ってたわよ。訓練に支障はないって。
Huh?
よくわからないけどいすみたちが別の機体に乗ってあんたたち新人を白縫いに乗せるみたいなこと言ってたわよ。
So they're gonna let May and the others borrow their TSFs, basically?
強化装備側でデータを持っているんだからそれは問題ないはずだけど。
Yeah, adjusting the seat only takes like 5 minutes. I'm more worried about whether or not they can handle the pressure. They'd be in deep shit if they accidentally totaled one of those TSFs.
というわけで機体の問題はクリア。とにかく訓練には参加しなさい。わかっ
Got it.
頑張ってね。うん。シートのビニール破いておくから。
Knock yourself out.
じゃあね。
私たちも行こう。ブリーフィング前に朝食を済ませなければな。
Yeah, let's get out of here.
明日の訓練でやっと給養式が前期揃うわけだが、その前に新入りどもの完熟訓練を行っておく。機動特性や出力の違いはシミュレーターで認識できてると思うが、やはり実機とは違うからな。したがって本日の演習は市街地での模擬戦闘だ。来た
Wow. Lieutenant Hayase is really getting into this.
なんだ早瀬、新人いびりが楽しみでしょうがないのか。
It's just nothing more fun.
嫌ですよ大尉。愛の無知です。愛の無知。そうか、最初が肝心だ。思いっきりやれ。そうやそう。
Don't give me a sir sandwich. You think a Storm Vanguard 1 would be a little more mature.
大尉、私たちはどうすればいいんですか。吹雪はもうありませんし、白縫いは完成ユニットの乾燥作業中です。
心配するな。今回はダクトとする。専任士官は全員激震で訓練に臨む。貴様たちは私たちの機体に乗れ。
Wait, so the other TSF sensei was talking about were Gekishins? I thought they'd at least be using eagles or something.
なんだ早瀬、鈴宮、不満なのか。すみません。不満はないですけど、せっかく同じ条件で腕試しできると思ってたので。
大尉、早瀬中尉は白金との対決を心待ちにしてたんですよ。
Huh? Yikes. She has it out for me already?
白金の驚異的なデータを見せつけられて、ストームヴァンガード1としては黙っちゃいられないってわけか。訓練兵の時のデータなんてどうでもいいんです。ただ昨日のシミュレーター実習の結果が本物かどうか。
Oh yeah, we kind of faded out from the simulator. Did we crush it?
なるほど。初めて中階層を突破することができたのに、複雑な顔をしていたのはそういうわけだったのか。別に私は。
新入りどもが初めての配部戦実習で好成績だったっていうのが、中尉は内心面白くないんですよ。
宗方、あんたはいちいち。
早瀬中尉はあなたを認めているってことだから気にしないのよ。
Man, just look at these walking death flags. Okay.
そうそう、注意はすぐ向きになるからね。茜なんか聞こえたわよ、柏木。
Jeez, scary as hell.
楽しいおしゃべりはそこまでだ。とにかく中隊の戦力状況は喜ばしいことだ。まだ詳細は言えないが、近々大規模な作戦が展開される予定だ。
Uh-huh. I knew it.
その作戦に間に合わせる意味でも、部隊連携や艦軸訓練は効率的に行いたい。よって本日の模擬戦は新入りをより早く機体に慣れさせることもそうだが、我々も94式の優秀性を再確認するには絶好の機会である。普段当たり前だと思っている軌道が貴様たちの腕なのか、それとも機体性能のおかげなのかを認識するんだ。機体の性能が高いに越したことはない。だが最後は腕がものを言う。腕とは操縦技能と柔軟な発想により機体性能を十二分に引き出す能力を指す。
Feel the machine.
昨日の実習データを見ればわかるが、高性能機に乗り換えた新人どもの伸び幅が専任のそれに肉薄している。この事実からも専任どもがこのタイミングで機動特性の異なる機体に登場しておく意義は大きい。分かったな。
了解。
そして新人どもにも言っておく。確かに激震は基本設計こそ第一世代の旧式機だが、本日使う機体は最新型のブロック215、
Block
つまり
215. Holy shit. That's a lot of upgrades. For you who aren't in the know, a block is essentially it. They make block changes after significant upgrades. Like currently, most of the jets we use are like block 21, and you know 17 rolled out in like the 90s. So that's about right. Every couple years there's a big improvement, but you know, if it's a first gen, it makes sense it'd be a block that high up. Okay, moving on.
舐めてかかると痛い目に遭うぞ。
Maybe my judgment is just completely biased because the airframe I work on is such a new one in comparison to the frames that are in circulation.
了解。
編成を発表する。アルファ隊、早瀬以下、宗方、鎧、白金、綾峰、三剣。コマンドポストは鈴宮中尉。
Not gonna lie, Alpha Team sounds pretty fucking stacked. Well, looks like I won't have to worry about being singled out by Lieutenant Hayase this time. Wait, she wouldn't, like, shoot a teammate in the back, would she?
ブラボー隊、いすみ以下、風間、鈴宮、柏木、玉瀬、榊。コマンドポストはピアテフ中尉とする。
Who? First Lieutenant Piat? Oh, how do I say that name? Go through the list again.
いすみ以下、風間、鈴宮、柏木、玉瀬、榊。コマンドポストはピアテフ中尉とする。
Oh god, I can't pronounce that. Piacto? No habla español. First Lieutenant Piak? She's Yuko Sensei's personal secretary, right? So she can do battle logistics too, eh? Well, I guess that makes sense, given that she works in the command center. Is that the cute one?
各機の装備および配置は昨日のシミュレーター実習と同じとする。また今回はより実戦に近い状況を想定するためジャイブスを使用する。
Jives?
ジャイブスとは戦術機の各種センサーとデータリンクを利用し、実戦と同じ損害判定を可能とした統合仮想情報演習システムだ。簡単に言えば実機を動かしながらシミュレーター演習をするようなものだが、 システムが再現するのは兵装と損害に関わる情報だ。例えば砲弾消費による重量変化、障害物の有無、障害物の強度と破壊、着弾や破片による被害判定及び損害箇所など、攻撃によるあらゆる物理現象がシミュレートされる。
Okay, so we're getting actual feedback instead of the paintball ones where they're just like hit.
その際はシミュレーター同様、着弾や誘導弾の爆発などの衝撃も強化装備からのフィードバックによって再現されるわけだ。
Ugh, I don't like the sound of that.
当然火器だけではなく、超投で毛さ切りにされれば
Just getting hit by the shockwave and your suit just like compressing on your chest to simulate it. Fuck that.
したがってペイント弾での演習のように障害物に身を隠し続ける策はもはや安全ではない。そういった実戦ではありえない状況は完全に排除される。大雑把で曖昧な結果は絶対に出ないシステムなんだ。断っておくが、これは非常に高価なおもちゃだ。
Yeah,
壊したらただじゃ置かないからな。
I get it now. The only reason actual combat units don't use the simulators all that often is because they use this instead.
演習の開始予定は1330。場所は第2演習場東。
So we've got 4 more hours. That's plenty of time to come up with a game plan.
整備作業の遅延により開始時間の変更がある場合は事前に伝える。以上。敬礼。よし、ブラボー隊ついてこい。作戦立案会議とシャレ込もう。了解。
Suzumiya? What is it? Ah, come on, quit giving me the stink eye.
絶対負けないから。
Damn, she's pretty intimidating in this world.
じゃあ私たちは PX に行きましょう。
Getting smoothies?
了解。
Roger.
おばちゃん、合成宇治茶4人分とコーヒーもどき2つ、あとラムネ1本ちょうだい。
昼の仕込みで忙しいんだよ。ちょっと待ってな。
注意に怒られちゃうよ。
注意ってみつきちゃんだろ。怒ったら私に言いつけるっていいな。
そんな。たける、僕注意に遅くなることを伝えてくるね。
Alright, Stocky, you're gonna get hit.
鎧。
Hey! And she's gone. Sheesh. I don't get why she's in such a rush. We've got plenty of time. Well, whatever. I've got to focus on recon right now. This might be my only chance. I went out of my way to stop Ayamine from going to get our drinks so that I could get away from the pack and talk to Maya. I can't let this time go to waste. Hey, Maya?
なんだ。
How good is our squadron in terms of combat, I mean?
なんだいきなり。しかも質問が漠然としすぎているぞ。
It's a fair question considering we were, on that quote-unquote special mission for a week. Well, I mean, I still haven't done any mock battles with the rest of them, you know? So I don't know what our teammates' strengths and weaknesses are. So I was hoping you could give me the rundown, based on your impressions from training with them in the Fubukis.
なるほどな。そういう意味であれば、全員かなり手強いぞ。
Yeah, no surprise there.
そなたも聞いたであろうが、この部隊は私たちとほぼ同時期にそなたの OS を導入している。
Yeah, I did hear that.
その上、実戦経験豊富な士官が4名。機体も高性能とくれば、その差は歴然であろう。もし今日の模擬戦が新人対専任という編成であったなら、私たちが勝てる見込みはなかったであろうな。
Damn, coming from you, that sounds all the more intimidating.
私も綾峰もドッグファイトで早瀬中尉に一度も勝てていないのだ。それどころか機体にかすらせることすらかなわん。
You're kidding, right? Not a single hit? I could tell Lieutenant Hayase was pretty talented from yesterday's simulator training, but I never would have guessed that she was that much better than Maya or Ayamine. Do you think it would have been different if you'd had Shiranuis instead of Fubukis?
おそらく結果は同じであろう。ただし、それは今のところの話であ
Hey,
る
there
わ
we go. Oh yeah?
私とていつまでも注意の後陣を排するつもりはない。
That's the spirit.
故に今日の大尉の計らいは喜ばしいことだ。一日でも早く白縫いになれたいからな。
Makes sense.
それにそなたの奇怪な軌道を目の当たりにしている私には仙人たちのそれはさして驚くべきものではなかったからな。
I'll take that as a compliment.
思い上がるわけではないが、昨日のシミュレーター実習の結果を鑑みても一矢報いる日はそう遠くないであろう。
Yeah, I know you can do it, no doubt about that. I've got to keep that mentality going. I don't want to be held back by my emotions anymore. Though, we really can't let Lieutenant Hayase hear us talking like this.
何何
Yeah, talk shit, get hit. Oh, what the hell, Makoto? Don't scare me like that. Sheesh.
タケルが作戦会議の前に仙人者たちの技能を知っておきたいのだそうだ。
ああ、そういう話か。
I mean, there's no real point in me taking part in a strategy meeting if I don't know the first thing about them.
それもそうだね。
Ah, come on, help me out here. Tell me everything you can about the Bravo team members. I don't care what.
僕と同じブラストガードの風間少尉はものすごく冷静な人だよ。標的脅威度の格付けも的確でとっても素早いんだ。
Huh. Sounds like my impression was pretty spot on. Her soft disposition definitely made her seem like the most mature of the bunch.
狙撃特性もかなり高いし、ドッグファイトに持ち込むのは至難の技だと思うよ。
Even if we could, that should be a pushover in close quarters either. What about Kashiwagi? She's an impact guard, right?
うん、ミキさんと同じだね。訓練部隊の時は狙撃のナンバー2だったから、インパクトガードは順当なポジションだと思う。
あの者は広い戦術的視野を持っている優秀な兵士だ。狙撃特性において玉瀬には及ばないが、その比較はあまり意
I
味
like
がないだろう。
Kashiwagi. She came in clutch for us when she didn't need to for the fucking lacrosse game. So, you know, I hope nothing happens to you. Well, that's more of a testament to Tama's skill than anything. I mean, she shot down a frickin' HSST in the previous timeline. It wouldn't be fair to hold Kashiwagi to those standards.
射撃精度ではミキさん、状況判断では春子さんってとこかな。
戦況を的確に判断し、敵を狙撃することでストームヴァンガードの動くスペースを確保するのがインパクトガードだ。それを担う者がアルファ隊に一人もいないというのは条件としてはかなり厳しいぞ。
Yeah, it definitely seems like your team is more of like the up-close brawlers. Yeah, good point. That could definitely pose a problem. We all specialize in mid-range and close quarters combat. I remember having to deal with a similar scenario back in the training academy too. Did they put us in these kinds of situations on purpose? Yes. Put you outside of your comfort zone and like force you to use your brain. In the previous timeline, we won the mock battle through sheer force of will, while in this one, it was all thanks to the new OS. But now, we're going head-to-head with actual commissioned soldiers. Luckily, we have more Shiranuis on our side, but with 2nd Lieutenant Kazuma and Kashiwagi on the other team, who knows if we'll even get close to them. I'm starting to feel like we're boned here. So, how does the captain stack up? Pretty sure I already know the answer to this one.
イスミ大尉はさすが最古参だけあってあらゆる面において隙がない。
Yup.
ガンインターセプターライトは中隊長のポジションであるゆえ致し方ないが、いずれのポジションでも高い能力を発揮するに違いない。
Ah, damn it. Those jack of all trade types are always the most annoying to deal with. She's a really hard worker, a perfectionist even. I bet she's been obsessively polishing her skills for years.
これは試験だが、榊が実践経験と精神修練を積んだ果てには大尉のような英士になると思う。
なるほどね。
Yeah, I can see that. It's not really a fair comparison right now, of course. They both approach things from a pretty logical perspective, but the captain's better at keeping an open mind and staying cool under pressure. When perfectionists like that learn how to deal with adversity, it makes them way more formidable. And in that respect, I think the captain's probably a bit more savvy than Class Rep is at the moment. I can't imagine she'd have lasted long as Yuko-sensei's subordinate otherwise. Alright, what about Suzumiya?
茜さんはドッグファイト能力が秀でてるね。すごく思い切りがいいよ。ちょっと無鉄砲な感じではあるけど。
大尉や中尉たちと比較するのは気の毒ではあるが、やはり経験が少ない分ムラが多いな。
Yeah, I remember Lieutenant Hayase mentioning that she tends to be pretty reckless. But that's also because she idolizes Lieutenant Hayase so much and feels like she needs to work twice as hard to succeed where her older sister failed.
うん。タケルの紹介の時、大尉が言ってたでしょ。最近の任務で戦死した人のこと。
Huh? Yeah, I remember. Just over the course of the coup d'etat and the XM3 trials, Unit A01 suffered 2 deaths and lost another member due to serious injuries.
あれ、207A 分隊の人たちなんだ。
Huh?
おそらく鈴宮
No,
は
not
そ
Sister
の者
Flight.
たちへの思いに駆り立てられているのであろうな。
茜さん、A 分隊の隊長だったからね。
Oh god, I had no idea. She's definitely got a lot on her shoulders.
それが鈴宮の無鉄砲さや村の多さにつながっているのであろう。
Sergeant Jinguji's death must be weighing on her too, and yet she still tries to hide it all behind that bubbly facade.
特性的にはストームヴァンガード向きの鈴宮がガンスイーパーに置かれているのはそのあたりを大尉が懸念しているからであろうな。
Yeah. Though, if you really think about it, Suzumiya is not the only one struggling with that guilt. I guarantee Mei and the others are too. They must have been informed that their old squad mates from 207A died in battle shortly after I left for the other worlds, while they were still reeling from what happened to the sergeant. On top of that, Class Rep's dad died. Makoto still has no clue where Chief Yoroi is. Even Ayamine lost someone close to her, whether he was actually her ex-lover or not. God, I've been such a baby. I'm so ashamed. I can't believe it took me so long to even realize this. You guys really are incredible. I want to hold myself up to those same standards. So I'll never foist my problems off on someone else ever again, I promise. I'll force myself to act bright and cheerful, even if my real emotions are plain as day. If I can't even do that much, I have no right to call myself a surface pilot.
だから茜さん、メイヤさんやケイさんに露骨にライバル意識向けてるもんね。
Oh, interesting. So it's not just me she has it out for.
結構はっきり口に出す人だからね、茜さんって。
Nope, refreshing.
だが鈴宮の言葉には邪気がないゆえ、こちらも張り合いがあるというものだ。
Yeah, for sure. She never sounds straight up antagonizing or anything.
でも今日のブリーフィング中はずっとタケルを睨んでたね。
Huh? Nah, you must have been seeing things. And that being said, last thing she said to me before walking away did sound like a bit more than a friendly challenge. Maybe she's just intense about this stuff. I can definitely understand that, given what happened to her sister, and the fact she's probably seen her share of bloodshed.
ストームヴァンガード1である早瀬中尉がタケルを強く意識しているのだ。B 小隊入りを望んでいる鈴宮にとってそれは面白くなかろう。
そうか、早瀬中尉にも目をつけられているし、タケルは人気者だね。
Not like that, Makoto. You're joking, right? Either that, or you just weren't listening. Thanks, guys. I feel like I've got a pretty good idea of what we're up against now. How about our team?
宗像中尉はかっこいいよね。
Got a bit of a crush there? What?
中性的っていうか美少年的っていうか憧れちゃうよね。
That's not exactly what I was asking. Though, I can definitely see how she might be popular with the ladies. Wait, didn't she say she was down for anything so long as it feels good? I know the UN is pretty chill with sexual conduct among frontline soldiers, since it helps boost morale and all, but are they that liberal about gender too? Hey man, it's not gay if you're underway. If she's saying anything goes, then maybe she actually is into some adventurous stuff. Still have a hard time telling whether she's joking or not a lot of the time. I mean, what she said to Lieutenant Hayase earlier was obviously teasing, but I feel like she just likes to play devil's advocate sometimes.
男の子っぽくってかっこいいんだけど、何考えてるかわからない人ではあるかな。
Says the queen of incoherent train of thought.
確かにひょうひょうとしてはいるが、ガンインターセプターレフトを任されている我が部隊のナンバー3だ。実力も相当だぞ。
Yeah, I wouldn't want to overlook that. I did catch myself thinking yesterday that Lieutenant Munakata might be better at commanding a unit than Lieutenant Hayase. But I can totally see Hayase turning down a promotion like that anyway, just because she likes being a storm vanguard so much.
はいよ、お待たせ。合成宇治茶4つにコーヒーもどき2つ、ラムネ1本。これでいいんだろ。
おばあちゃん、遅いよ。
なんだい、みつきちゃん怒ってたのかい？
文句があるなら来いっておばちゃんが言ってますって伝えたら何も言われなかったよ。
She probably doesn't want a concussion. I'm pretty sure that's not quite what she told you to say.
そうかいそうかい。よかったね。みつきちゃんの弱みはたくさん握ってるから。知りたかったらいつでもおいで。
Fucking lunch lady gossip? Count me in, bro. I don't want to die just yet, thanks.
ほら。
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
とっとと持っていきな。
Ah, crap. I've got the bowls and teapots. You get the rest.
あ、タケル。
頑張んなよ。
皆さん聞いてください。あのさ、そんなひそひそ話さなくても大丈夫でしょ。
Hey man, the walls have ears.
じゃあ作戦立案会議を始めましょうか。
You know, for as serious as First Lieutenant Suzumiya gets when she's doing battle logistics, she sure is soft-spoken most of the time.
じゃあまずはじめに新入りたちの策を聞こうじゃない。誰からでもいいわよ。
僕たちからですか？注意。
そうよ。大尉も言ってたけど、これは新入りたちの完熟が主な目的。主役はあんたたちじゃない。あり
まずアルファ隊の戦力から判断するとスタンドオフ戦術を取ることは確実です。こちらの部隊戦力では勝つためには攻撃に出るしかないと考えられますので。
Yeah, you're gonna have to go and go hard early. She's right about that. Since they can easily pick us off from afar, we've got to find a way to get in close.
予想される布陣は最高峰に風間少尉、その左右手前に柏木少尉と玉瀬少尉。柏木少尉と玉瀬少尉の前にそれぞれ鈴宮少尉と榊少尉。
Suzumiya in front of Tama, class rep in front of Kashiwagi. Yep, that's a pretty solid plan.
なるほど。こちらの機動力には付き合わないってことか。教科書通りの防御的布陣だね。で、大尉はどこへ？
Actually, yeah, that really is straight out of a textbook. It'd be surprising if they came at us with something so predictable.
それなんですが、短期遊撃で僕を潰しに来るのか狙撃手の直縁かで迷います。
で、結局どっちなのよ。
In a formation like this, I get the feeling the captain would choose to support Lieutenant Kazuma. If it were Lieutenant Hayase we were talking about, she'd definitely go in for an ambush, but a perfectionist like the captain would probably want to maintain a flawless formation if she went with a defense like this.
そうですね。やはり迂回を警戒して風間少尉の後ろです。
Ho ho! So she'd harden up their defenses, huh?
風間が誘導弾を使い切ったら、大尉と二人で後方を固めて狙撃チームを前後から守るというわけか。
その通りです。
Sounds
じゃあ
fair.
ラミネ、お前は？
はい。 大尉と榊、鈴宮が石膏で前面で動き回り、一定距離を維持しながら風間少尉と玉瀬、柏木が後方支援。石膏が交戦し位置を特定し、その上で長距離攻撃という連携を考えます。敵の第一目標は鎧、第二目標は早瀬注意、第三目標は宗像注意です。鎧とは逆に構成が高いプランね。
You could say that again, but it's just like Ayamine.
よし、じゃあ三剣。
はい、敵の優先撃破目標は綾峰と同意見です。ですが戦域が市街地ということを考えると、玉瀬、柏木の狙撃特性を生かせるポイントは限られます。故にこの2機はおとりとして全面配備、振動、根源で大まかな位置をつかむと同時に遠距離から威嚇攻撃を開始。あえて自分の位置を晒し、私たちに攻撃させることで各機の位置を特定。そして風間少尉によるメイン圧を加え、こちらのストームヴァンガードの数を減じた後は優先順に目標をしらみつぶしにすると考えます。
Okay, okay.
なるほどね。
So they'll use their own snipers as bait, then have Lieutenant Kazuma start picking us off? Yeah, that's another valid plan too.
綾峰三剣揃って構成戦術とはストームヴァンガード候補だけのことはあるね。
白金、あんたは？
Ah. Huh. Yeah, there is real no point in deliberating over it. We'll just have to fucking find out what they're doing on the fly. From a logical standpoint, it would make the most sense for them to go with a low-risk defensive strategy. But, since they've got snipers, we have no choice but to go on the offensive. So I don't see much point in worrying about what they're gonna do. Yeah, don't get so caught up in the mind games that you start neglecting your own strategy and what you have to do. In the end, a prediction is just a prediction. No matter what formation they start with, they're still going to change it up to adapt to our movements. There's nothing wrong with trying to anticipate their initial approach, but if we're too focused on countering one specific strategy, they'll make short work of us. We surface pilots need to keep an eye on the intel we're given and make quick, on-the-spot judgments in response to developing situations. First, Lieutenant Suzumiya will make sure we're up to date with the latest tactical information, so we should just focus on the battle as it ensues. If we see an enemy, we'll be sure to take them out as efficiently as possible. It's as simple as that.
なるほど。よくわかった。それじゃあここで確認しておくけど、この訓練の目的は一体何だった？
僕たちが早く機体になれるためと、専任の人たちが白縫いの性能を再確認するためです。
その通り。じゃあ何のためにそんなことやってるかわかるわよね。
It's so we can protect the Double O unit, right? But I can't say that yet. Is she about to drop the bomb on us?
A01 部隊の使命を果たすためです。
もうちょっと具体的に。
人類の勝利に貢献するためです。
That is also fairly vague, Maya.
ちょっと先に行き過ぎる。
ベータと戦うためです。
正解。部隊の訓練はすべてあんたたちがベータと戦っても生き残れるようにするためにやってるのよ。
Oh, so that's what she's meant. She wasn't talking about the double unit at all.
では質問。大尉がアルファ隊とブラボー隊を今みたいな編成にした理由、わかるものいる？
Well, the main point of the exercise is to give us a feel for how the Shiranuis handle, but if that were the only reason, she would have balanced the teams out more equally. Maybe it's like what Sergeant Jinguji did with Class Rep and Ayamine, and she's trying to improve my relationship with Lieutenant Hayase, or help Suzumiya come to terms with things. Nah, that can't be it. The captain wouldn't let our personal problems affect her training.
お前ら黙ってないで。わからないならわからないと言え。
わかりません。
I don't know!
鈴宮注意。どうしたんですか？
急に大きい声出すからびっくりしちゃって。
驚かせて申し訳ありません。
いいのよ、宗像注意。
Man, First Lieutenant Suzumiya is so...
あんたたちがベータと戦って生き残るってすごいヒントだったんだけどね。
白金、我々が戦うブラボー隊最大の戦術的特徴を言ってみろ。
Well, they're better at long-range battle, so probably in a standoff.
同じくアルファ隊は
We're better in close quarters, so probably a brute force offensive.
その通り。つまりアルファ隊にとってこの模擬戦は背部突撃前、つまりレーザー級の存在が想定される状況なんだ。
Aha!
逆にブラボー隊にとっては同じく背部突撃前、デストロイヤー級が存在する戦いを想定した模擬戦なんだ。
Gotcha. Oh, so that's why we're split up like this. They're trying to get us used to those kinds of situations. That must be why they did it to us when we were cadets, too. So it wasn't just a force I mean in class rep to start getting along then.
その意味ではさっきの白金
That
の
was just
説
a
は
bonus.
結果的に正しいのよ。
Huh? What? You mean the part where I said it's pointless to try to predict our opponent's moves?
私たちが訓練する目的はベータと戦うためだとすれば、人間相手の訓練でああだこうだ考えて勝ってもしょうがないのよ。
人間相手の模擬戦でいくら優秀な戦績を上げようが実戦では全く当てにならない。ベータの思考は人間とは全く違うからね。
Right, I totally forgot. They told me that when I got commissioned in the previous timeline. Actually, I remember thinking about it during the XM3 trials, too.
だからこそこの設定であんたたちに完熟をやらせるの。そしてどんな状況変化にも対処できる連携を学ぶのよ。
So, it's basically the same reason we do simulated hive infiltrations. Man, I was totally missing the forest for the trees here.
人類を守るとか地球を守るとか遠くの大きな目標を見据えるのは大変結構だけど、足元もちゃんと見ることね。
訓練だけじゃなくて個別の目的や要求を明確に意識しないと何をやっても時間の無駄になるから気をつけてね。
はい。
Yes, ma'am. Oh, they're absolutely right. I've been way too focused on the big picture to focus on any of the comparatively minor details.
さて、意識の統一もできたところで連携の確認よ。こっちの配置考えるわよ。はい。
Ma'am?
言っておくけど、あんたたち負けたらどうなるか分かってるでしょうね。
Huh?
でも注意、さっき人間相手に勝っても実戦では関係
Oh,
ないって。
she wants to win, Makoto.
勝っても負けても結果が同じなら勝つのよ。その方が絶対いいの。
はあ。
I should have known Lieutenant Hayase would be like this. Though, I guess anyone who's Storm Vanguard 1 would probably want to be the alpha dog.
確かにな。
Oh, great. Not you too.
いや、敗北から教訓を導き出すことは容易であるがゆえに、人は往々にしてその行為で満足してしまうものだ。
Yikes. That's a little too close to home.
実際にその教訓を生かすことは言われているほどたやすくはないぞ。
Yeah, she's got that right. I can attest to that firsthand.
だが、勝利から得るものはそれを謙虚に受け止めさえすれば、さらなる成功につなげやすいものだ。
みつるぎ、あんたなかなかいいこと言うわね。気に入ったわ。
ありがとうございます。
Maya, I don't think Lieutenant Hayase is the kind of person you want to be buddying up with.
シロがね、聞こえたわよ。
It?
あんたはそうね。単独設行決定。
Wait, what? All by myself? Oh, she's setting me up to be the
撃
bait.
墜されたら食事2回抜くわよ。いいわね。
But they got snipers lined up against us, and Suzumiya's gonna be gunning for me too. I'm screwed.
早瀬注意。白金が何か文句があるそうです。
Huh?
俺の方があんたより戦術機の操縦はうまいからそんなのは楽勝だと言って
Man,
い
what
ま
the
した。
fuck we do to you?
なんですって？
Ah! What the hell? I never said that. What's this chick's problem? What are you talking about, Lieutenant Munakata?
お前ならやれる。期待しているぞ。
That's... What the hell is she going on about?
分かったわ。そこまで言うなら単独設行の上、風間を仕留めなさい。いいわね。
Yeah, man, cool, whatever. Huh?
できなかったら食事3回抜くわよ。
Okay, 2 is understandable. 3, that's gonna be fucking rough. Lieutenant Kazuma's almost... Kazuma? Kazuma. Lieutenant Kazuma's almost definitely gonna be at the heart of the formation. How the hell am I supposed to take her out and be the only recon unit? That's flat out impossible.
白金、早く返事した方がいい。
Stand up for yourself. Fuck these chicks, you know? They're only one rank above you.
また何か言いたそうな顔してるよ。
Huh? No, I can't let her say anymore. Synthetic or no, food is one of the only pleasures I've got left in this world. Very well. I, 2nd Lieutenant Shirogane, will conduct recon duties solo and also neutralize Lieutenant Kazuma.
ほう、でかく出たな。そんなに腕に自信があるのか。
Ah, shut up. This is all your fault. Ugh.
どうした？ため息。
Well, I couldn't take Lieutenant Kazuma down. I was kind of looking forward to eating.
惜しかったよね。
Oh, we just fucking
風
skipped
間
that
醤油
shit?
を追い詰め
Nice.
るところまでは言ってたんだからさ。
結局風巻きがおとりだったね。
まさかブラストガードを最前面に出してくるなんて思わなかったよ。
God, we fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
接敵するや即交代して誘い込み、左右からの狙撃で足止めしている間に交代した風巻きが面制圧を行う。
みんなよくあの波状攻撃で生き残ったね。離れて見てた僕が生きた心地しなかったからね。
市街戦だから遮蔽物も多い。ミサイルはこっちをあぶり出すための威嚇だから。
Exactly. If we got distracted trying to dodge around those, then they would have just shot us full of holes in an instant.
でも鈴宮機と柏木機を撃墜したし、こっちは損害なしだから早瀬注意も多めに見てくれるんじゃないかな。
それは無理。
え、そうかな。
タケルが落としたのは鈴宮機だ。柏木機を落としたのは早瀬注意だ。
Yep. And since we couldn't take out any of the TSFs meant to represent the laser and heavy laser classes, none of that matters.
対レーザー級戦を想定した演習である以上、こたびは私たちの敗北であろうからな。
そうか。じゃあタケルのご飯の運命はこの後の演習評価の時間ではっきりするね。
Oh, please stop. You're only making my stomach grumble even more.
普通であれば、あれは奮起させるための冗談であろうから気に
Man,
す
you'll be
るな。
fine. When I'm fasting, I usually just survive off fucking coffee, black coffee, and like miso soup or something. Yeah, this is Lieutenant Hayase we're talking about.
多分本気。
Oh, come on, you guys. Knock it off.
じゃあさ、感想聞かせてよ。
Huh? Thoughts on what?
タケルはさ、シミュレーターも一度しかやってないし、吹雪と白縫いの差をストレートに感じたんじゃない？
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
僕としては207小隊最高の戦術機乗りであるタケルの意見にはとても興味あるんだ。
I mean, I'm not sure what you want to know.
僕たちはシミュレーターで感覚的に慣れちゃってからの登場で、しかもまだ機体は借り物だからね。明日以降の演習の参考にしたいんだ。
なるほど。そういう意味では確かに興味があるな。
Okay then, well, for starters, maybe this is something I just didn't notice yesterday, because it was my first hive infiltration exercise, and I was jacked up on adrenaline. But there's definitely a huge difference in the horsepower. Engine must generate some serious torque.
そうだね。機体挙動のつながり方に違和感が全くないよ。
私も超等の切り返しの反応には驚いた。片下重量に対する出力比が相当上がっているのであろうな。
No, in retrospect, we almost had to take on the rebel Shiranuis and our Fubukis, didn't we? Wow, that's a horrifying thought. If we didn't have the new OS back then, we might not have made it out alive. Also, its CNI system is vastly superior to the Fubukis, which makes sense, because I doubt you'd want to start a cadet on something this complicated.
確かに通信、広報、識別能力の差は驚くよね。僕はブラストガードだから特にそう感じるよ。
Oh yeah, I can imagine. For someone who has to operate at long range, it must be a godsend. Being able to track multiple enemies, distinguish friendlies from hostiles, evaluate threat levels, and so forth.
あとは他になんか感じなかった？
Anything else? You know, you'd think it'd be a bad thing for a third-generation training TSF to be so vastly different from one of its combat model
違
counterparts.
和感とかそういうのはない？
I mean, no, but that's a good thing. Actually, not to change the subject, but did you guys notice how insanely good Lieutenant Kazuma and the captain were in those Gekishins? Even with the XM3 installed, that was nuts! Lieutenant Hayase and Munakata were pretty great in them too. Even with the handicap, they didn't miss a beat out there. Those guys were on a completely different level from the teams that were participating in the XM3 trials. The Gekishin's design is antiquated at this point, so you'd think there'd be a limit to how much it can do, even if you install modern equipment on it. But these guys were moving with no problems whatsoever. Just goes to show how familiar they are with the new OS, I guess. It definitely feels rewarding to think that the XM3 is going to improve the capabilities of all surface pilots around the world, regardless of what they're piloting.
タイたちだって激震には乗ったことなかったんでしょ？
うん、座学で聞いた限り A01 部隊は最初から白縫いを装備していたはずだ。
さすがだね。
No kidding. I mean, I know you guys were using unfamiliar TSFs too, but they were practically running rings around you in those old things.
なんだよもう。タケルは自分の機体だからデータも何もかも万全で良かったのかもしれないけどさ。
Oh, I get it. So you were worried about damaging your superior's TSFs, is that it? That's unusually considerate of you.
確かに演習前はそうだったけど、そんなんじゃないよ。
Then what is it?
だからさっき聞いたじゃないか。
What, if it was clunky? Refresh my memory.
僕は今日初めて実機に乗ってかなりシミュレーターと違うなって思ったんだよ。後半は慣れたけどさ。
Sure you're not imagining things? Sure, maybe the simulators aren't perfect, but it wouldn't make sense for them not to feel like the real thing. Otherwise, there'd be no point in training with them.
タケル、実は私もだ。シミュレーターと実機の挙動の差に慣れるのに多少時間がかかった。
Huh. Huh? What about you, Aimine?
そうだね。機体側の起動データにちょっと振り回された。
Maya, you were in Lieutenant Hayase's TSF, right? And Maya was in Lieutenant Munakata's?
そうだ。
Our Fubukis used the proof of concept OS, so some of these guys' data must still be backed up on their old machines. And of course, the TSFs they were borrowing must have retained some of their pilots' data as well. They've probably got a lot of weird little quirks, sort of like heavily customized cars. Is that what the issue is here? Is Maya having to butt heads with all the data that Lieutenant Hayase's accumulated out in the field? Maybe Aimine was struggling because Lieutenant Munakata's combat data is uniquely tailored to the gun interceptor position? No, the data link's supposed to synchronize all of our attitude control data, so it shouldn't have felt that different from the simulators. Maybe there's a bug in the system?
訓練学校でシミュレーターから実機教習に移った際には感じなかった違和感ゆえ気にはなる。
うん。タケルの OS に変えた時の違和感となんとなく似た感じだったよね。
That is curious.
でもすぐ慣れた。問題ないよ。
Wait, that's it! Ah, it's so simple!
何が分かったのだ？
It didn't feel strange to me because I'd never trained with A01 in my Fubuki.
え、どういうこと？
Well, I went straight to the Shiranui with all my old data already installed into it, right? And as soon as I hopped in the cockpit, it immediately imported and applied all of our attitude control data. That's why it felt just like the simulator.
私たちの吹雪にもデータ自体はあったが、機体の基本性能の差でそれを再現できなかったということか。
それは変だね。だったらシミュレーターだけじゃなく実機でも再現できなきゃおかしい。
そうだよ。だってデータ自体は強化装備側で持ってるんじゃないか。
Spell it out for me, Takeru. Hold on, just let me finish. You remember how we used to call the XM3 the new OS during its proof of concept phase, right? The XM3 is the official name for the mass-produced version, so think of it this way. Our Fubukis were still running on the prototype OS. Oh. Yeah. Yep. I get you now, bud. But the captain and the others are using a later prototype, one that was based on the data we'd already collected and designed to be mass-producible. I think that's what caused the problems. Not the TSFs, but the differences in the OS itself.
OS の差
My Shiranui's control unit is brand new, so it's running on XM3. That's why it's adapted so smoothly to my simulator data. Because simulators are set to emulate XM3 too, which is understandably a lot more stable than any of the prototypes. While the simulators could easily import the data from our fortified suits, the Shiranuis you guys just used were still running on a prototype OS. That's why it took a while to adjust to the transition. And the fact that you were switching to a less advanced OS while upgrading to a more advanced TSF definitely made it even worse.
なるほど。それが最初に感じた違和感の正体ということか。
Yeah, come to think of it. That would also explain why the seniors had no trouble at all adapting to the Gekishins, which were already running on XM3.
機体の性能が下がって OS の性能が上がるってことか。
Yeah, that can be a problem in itself.
なるほどね。
そういえば今朝、副司令が私たちの管制ユニットの OS をバージョンアップするとおっしゃっていたな。
Oh yeah, you're right. Which means she'll probably be giving the rest of the squadron the latest version too.
じゃあ完熟訓練って機体だけじゃなく OS のマッチングも含んでのことだったのかな。
Probably. And now that you've adapted to their Shiranuis, you should have no trouble transitioning to your own.
OS の全タイプのデータが揃ったから。
Bingo!
すごいよタケル。やっぱりわからないことは開発者に聞くのが一番いいね。
さすがだね。知ってるね。
Ah, come on. Yuka-sensei was the one who did all the work. And besides, I'm only guessing on this stuff.
でもやっぱりタケルに聞けてよかったよ。千鶴さんたちも話聞きたいんじゃないかな。
うん。私たちと同じような戸惑いを感じているやもしれんな。
演習評価が終わったらみんなで PX に行こうよ。今日の訓練はもうないし。
Actually,
ちょっとあなたたち何やってるのよ。早く行かないと演習評価に遅れるわよ。
そうですよ。怒られますよ。
あ、二人ともちょうどよかった。
何よ。
何ですか？
今ね、ちょうど白縫いの違和感の話をしていたところなんだ。
え、じゃああなたたちも？
おお、やはりな。玉瀬はどうだ？
はい。なんか最初すごく挙動が気持ち悪くて。
やっぱりその仕組みをタケルが解明したんだ。演習評価が終わったら PX でいろいろ聞こうと思ってさ。
I mean, you guys can do that. Wait a second, Makoto. Sorry, but I got other business to take care of after this. I spent all day on this exercise, so I've got to spend the evening with Sumika. And until then, I was planning to spend as much time as possible working on her present. Practically pulled an all-nighter yesterday, but I'm still about done with the overall shape. What? Yesterday, but I'm just about done with the overall shape. There we go, that's it. This makes more sense in my brain now. I'd really like to finish it up today.
じゃあ夜ご飯は？私もその話聞きたいです。一緒に食べられない？
Actually, I think my meal ticket's been revoked.
それは分かってる。だからタケルは話だけしてていいよ。
Dude,
食事
that'd be fucking torture.
何かあったの？
We made a bet and we fucking lost.
こっちの事情。
じゃあ決まりだね。
Hey, don't just decide things for me. I've got plans this evening too.
タケル、そなたの用事というのは今朝方副司令がおっしゃっていた特殊任務なのではないか？
Yeah, it does actually. Probably should have said that from the start. Now that her training's over, I've got to go handle something for the XO.
そうだったんだ。ごめんね、タケル。
それじゃあしょうがないですね。
That's fine. I should have told you guys from the get-go. My main duty is to bring Sumika back to normal, and if I'm right, then fishing that present's gonna be a crucial step towards making it happen. So there really isn't any reason not to call this part of my mission when they ask. It's not like I have to go into any detail. But it does make me feel a little guilty, since I can't deny this has a lot to do with my feelings for Sumika too. I don't want to make it sound more noble than it really is.
タケルはここのところずっと特殊任務でしょ。最近ゆっくり話もできてないから。
She's right. I haven't really been able to sit down and chat with everyone since before the coup d'etat. And they think I was sent off on a secret mission all by myself right after what happened to Sergeant Jinguji. So they're probably a lot more worried than they need to be. I know they all have pretty serious emotional baggage of their own to deal with too. Look, I'm sorry.
タケルが悪いんじゃないから。
ゆっくり話せないのは残念だけど、とにかく今はブリーフィングルームへ急ぎましょう。
Right, let's go.
ごめんなさい。
I can hear Kazumi apologizing again. I guess she's still having trouble with Cat's Cradle.
だけどあの人は大切な人ですよね。
Having a little bit of heart-to-heart with Sumika? Huh?
白金健さんはスミカさんにとって大切な人ですよね。
Oh, I guess it wasn't Cat's Cradle after all.
そばにいてほしいと思いませんか？
We still don't know if talking to her about these kinds of things will have any real effect on her psyche. Though I can't blame Kazumi for trying, since I've been doing the exact same thing to no avail.
大切な人、そばにいてほしい人。他には、早く戦わせて。ごめんなさい。私、お話しするの下手ですね。
Hey man, you're trying, and that's what matters.
うまく説明できません。今ならあいつらを殺せる。ごめんなさい。前は見えていたのに。
Huh?
殺したいから。今は何も見えません。
I see. She's trying to say things that might trigger an emotional reaction from Sumika, one that she'd be able to perceive.
もう待たせないで。ごめんなさい。
Kazumi, don't apologize. What? Didn't notice I was here? She must have really been focused on Sumika.
はい。ごめんなさい。
Ah, come on, what did I just say? You really don't need to apologize so much. It's not like you've got anything to apologize for. Don't say you're sorry when you've done nothing wrong. Besides, you're doing the best you can. You spent the entire day with her, didn't you? Mainly because I had to wake up early for the Shiranui shipment, then got roped into the mock battle. You've stuck with her through thick and thin, haven't you? You have big time for that, and so does Sensei. Trust me, no one thinks you've done anything wrong.
ありがとうございます。
No problem. So, how are things today? Hey Sumika, how you been?
今日は安定しています。発作もありませんでした。
Oh yeah? So, you've been on your best behavior then, Sumika? Atta girl. Oh yeah, I was looking for Sensei earlier, but she wasn't in her room. Any idea where she might be? I was hoping to see how Sumika's vital charts for today looked.
中央作戦司令室で司令と作戦立案会議です。
They're drafting it up as we speak? I guess that means she won't be back today. She did say she'd been constantly in and out of meetings lately. I was kind of hoping to see what Sumika's brainwaves patterns Sumika's brainwave patterns look like when she's stable, but oh well, I guess.
せてよ
You wanna... Could we, like, do it together? Like, hop in the two-seater? I don't think the simulators do two-seaters, but, you know, just... what's up, Sumika? You have something to say?
こんなこともういい訓練したい
She's still obsessing over that, huh? Her hatred of the beta truly knows no bounds. Anyone would feel that way, though, after what they did to her.
訓練したい
You already did, remember? You only get to train once a day.
もっとやればずっと上手くなるよ
Well, sorry, but thumbs the brakes.
殺したい
Sumika?
あいつらを殺してやりたい私がいっぱい殺してあげるね
There's more to life than that, Sumika.
そしたら復讐できる私が復讐してあげるからね許さない絶対絶対全部殺したいスミカさん白金さんは大切な人ですよね早くしてよ目の前にいるのは白金さんですよ分かってますよね早く戦わせて戦うから白金さんの思いは伝わっていますよね皆殺しにするから大切な人なんですよね
Whoa.
大切な思い出たくさんありますよね頑張って思い出してください
She's actually reacting to Kazumi's words now, ever so slightly. She's never calmed down this quickly before, not without having a full-blown panic attack. Does this mean she's starting to react to memories and stuff now? Maybe I should take her up the hill behind the school? I don't know what kind of memories she and I shared in this world, or what sort of relationship we had. And the tree that's there now was planted after we took the area back, so there might not have been any tree there originally. That said, just being there would definitely bring back some of my most vivid memories of her, and since she can read minds now, that might count for something. I might even be able to figure out what kind of relationship we had in this world based on how she reacts to my thoughts. And who knows when she'll be this stable again. Hey, Sumika, why don't we go for a walk?
散歩って
Nope, we're not training. I just think some fresh air would do you some good.
それは
Don't worry. Since I said I can do whatever I want with her, as long as it gets results.
でも
I feel like we should hear Kazumi out on this one. Come on, Sumika, let's go.
そんなのいいからあいつらと戦わせてよ
We're surveilling the battlefield, now come on. No. Can't let you fight until you snap out of this.
いいからもういいからじゃないと
Otherwise, you'll what?
タケルちゃんがいなくなっちゃうよ
Huh?
取らないでよタケルちゃんを取らないでよ
Sumika?
大丈夫です白金さんここにいますから嫌だよ嫌だ行かないでどこにも
Sumika, I'm right here, can't you see?
嫌だよやめてよやめてやめろ
Oh, now we're in the tailspin.
大丈夫ですスミカさん大丈夫ですから
Sumika, I'm not going anywhere.
本当
Huh?
本当に
Hey, we actually broke through for once.
どこにも
Nope. I'm staying right here with you. What is it? Do you see something?
とても暖かい色が見えます
A warm color? Oh, right. She sees emotions as colors, doesn't she? Has that ever happened before?
いいえ、初めてです。
Oh, sweet. And now's the perfect chance to take her up to the hill. In fact, this is probably my best opportunity to give her that Santa rabbit, too. I haven't painted it yet, so it's not quite done, but I think it'll be meaningful regardless.
私は残ります。
I don't want to intrude on our moment. Since I asked, tell her we went up to that hill I showed you a while back. Though, I'm guessing her monitoring system tracks Sumika's location anyway.
はい。
And if you don't mind, could you keep an eye on my thoughts? If something goes wrong, I'll signal you for help.
わかりました。
Alright, Sumika, let's get going. I've got to make a quick stop at my room first, though. I hope you don't mind.
一緒に行く。行ってらっしゃい。
Oh man. It's pitch black out here. No light pollution in this world, that's for sure. Ooh, sure is cold out here, huh?
寒い。
Is she actually cold, or is she just repeating what I said? I mean, she can probably sense that, yes, it is indeed cold, but I'm not sure how well this body replicates the feeling of being cold. She probably is. Yuko-sensei said the double unit's artificial body simulates all 5 senses. I can even see her breath. Man, it's hard to believe she isn't human. See? Now, maybe next time you'll listen when I tell you to bundle up. Here, take my jacket.
いいよ。たけるちゃんが寒いから。
Yeah, that's fine. We don't have to draw another sprite. Huh?
大丈夫。私は寒くても風邪ひかない体だから。
I see. Holy shit! That sounded so natural. It's working. Something's changing deep down inside of her. We made so many memories up on this hill. Maybe not in this world, but still. If I can at least show her mine, I'm sure it'll spark some sort of emotion in her.
だから言ったろ。悪いけど俺貸してやれる上着持ってないぞ。
いいよ。期待してなかったから。ね
そう言われるとな。
えねえ、たけるちゃん。
なんだ。
来年の夏も一緒に来てくれる？
なんで来年の夏なんだ。
だって冬は寒いし、春になればみんな卒業しちゃってるじゃない。
でも白陵大にそのままスイーッと進んでるだろう。
じゃあ大学入ってから初めての夏休みだ。
だから別に来ようと思えば来れるんじゃねえか。ここが潰れてなけりゃな。
本当に？
Anything? Oh yeah, I forgot all about that date. Being with her here is bringing back all sorts of memories for me. But the one that stands out most of all happened right here on this hill.
サンタ来ないな。
もう、たけるちゃんのバカ。
いいじゃんか。ガキの頃はさ、毎年ここでこんな風にやってたんだ。
途中でやめちゃったけどね。
Yeah, Maya. Sumika, remember that time we cucked Maya? It's pretty cool, huh?
小学校の途中までだと思う。
そっか。
来ないね。
俺たち以外にも待ってるやついるかな。
待ってる子がいるなら、ここには来なくてもいいや。
なんでだ。
それはね、雪だ。
お、本当だ。冷えると思ったぜ。ね
え、たけるちゃん、プレゼントちょうだい。さては忘れたな。
なんだよ、ずっと一緒で買う気もなかったじゃんか。
こんな時に最低だよ。
うわ、そこまで言いますか。
けど許してあげちゃう。
お、優しいじゃん。
今日は特別だからね。私にはプレゼントくれる人いるもん。抱えきれないほどのプレゼントくれたよ。
スミカ。
今年は今までで一番のプレゼント。もう
I would recommend everyone to go back and watch my videos on Extra. However, fuck you, YouTube. That's all I'm going to say about that. This place means a lot to me, actually. Well, I guess that's not exactly true. It is a special place to me, but in another world.
別の世界
Yep, you got it. I still can't believe I lost all these memories when I first came to this world. They're all so vivid to me now. If I hadn't gone back to my world, I never would have gotten them back. The thought alone makes my heart sink. Sumika, could I see your hands for a sec? Nothing, huh? Oh, come on. Just hold them out for me. Like this, see? I made something for you. It didn't turn out all that great, but I still want you to have it. Here. I hope you like it.
何これ
You know what Christmas is, right?
クリスマス知ってるよ
Good. Not everyone in this world does, you know.
クリスマスと誕生日はプレゼントの日
Yep, that's right. So think of it as an early Christmas present from me to you.
クリスマスプレゼント
Every year, on the night before Christmas, this jolly old guy named Santa Claus flies around in the world on his magic sleigh, delivering presents to all the good little boys and girls. Well, that's how the story goes, anyway. He doesn't actually exist, of course.
息白い
And that's why, back when I was a kid in the other world, I promised I'd give you presents every year in his stead. At the time, I was too young to realize just how much those presents meant to you. Though, even as I got older, it never really clicked. I was still so naive at heart. I didn't understand how I really felt about you. I told myself we were just childhood friends, and pretended not to notice my true feelings. But in reality, I...
やっぱり寒いよ
What? For my story? Or just the temperature?
寒い
See, this is why I offered to lend you my coat. Here, take it.
やだタケルちゃんが寒くなる
It's cool, we're tough. Oh, come on. You just want to head back inside then? I thought giving her the rabbit doll might do some more significant change in her behavior, but I guess it just isn't that simple. She does seem to have recognized me now, but that's about it. Maybe I should stop trying to force these things on her. Clearly my memories from the other worlds aren't resonating with her, so...
いい
Huh?
まだここにいる
Just want to be cold together for a bit? That's fine. I'm not quite sure how to interpret that, but maybe she means she's enjoying herself? Could it be that my memories had an effect on her after all? But aren't you cold?
くっついて
Huh?
くっつけばあったかいよ
Whoa, dude. That sounded so natural. Maybe it really did work. Either that, or she's being extremely logical and being like, two sources of heat, you put them together, they get warmer. Math. Alright, let me hunker down here, then you can sit between my legs.
後ろから抱っこしてそうすれば
Sure, can do. How's this? Any better? Still cold?
あったかい
That's good.
タケルちゃんはあったかいよ
Yes, she's starting to remember the other me. Oh yeah? How warm are we talking here? If I play my cards right, I might get a better idea of how close we were in this world.
とってもあったかかったよタケルちゃんは
Yeah? Go on.
なのにあったかくなくなったよ
Yeah, that happens when you're dead. Huh?
タケルちゃんあったかくなくなった
Oh no, not again. Based on some of her earlier episodes, it does seem like she's at least aware that I'm dead in this world, though. Sumika?
復讐するんだ。
Here we go. No, don't start up with this again. Oh, you're making such good progress.
復讐してやる。
It's okay, Sumika. There's no need to worry about that yet.
全部ダメにした。全部奪った。全部。
It's gonna be alright, Sumika. I promise.
同じ目に合わせてやる。あいつらも同じ目に。
Sumika, just drop it already.
よくない。
I know you're gonna have to fight them someday, but I'll be right there with you. You won't have to face this alone. So please, just be Sumika for now.
痛い。痛いよ。
Huh? No, she's losing it again. Ah, damn it. She was so stable earlier, too. Did I push her too far?
痛いよ。痛い。
Sumika! Kazumi, are you watching this? If it gets any worse, call Sensei for help.
タケルちゃん。タケルちゃん。どこにいるんだよ。
I'm right here. Everything's fine.
助けてよ。助けて。タケルちゃん。
Sumika, I'm already here. Can't you see me? I'm right here beside you. Look. You're safe now, I promise. I'll always be here for you. I'm not going anywhere. Sumika?
タケルちゃんだ。
She's reacting to me? Is the panic attack over? Sumika, are you okay?
タケルちゃんの声がする。
Huh?
タケルちゃんの匂いがする。
Sumika. Is she starting to recognize me for who I am? Is she going to start treating me like I'm the other Takaru again? Well, how much do we want that, though? Obviously, we need to wean her in to accepting the fact that this world's Takaru is in fact dead and you are not him, but you are still Takaru, but I don't think she's ready for those high-level concepts yet.
タケルちゃんがいる。
Sumika, you know who I am?
何言ってるの？
Well, I just,
なんだろう。頭が。
Whoa, are you okay?
あれ、私何を言ってたんだろう。あいつらは
We're cracking in.
したいだけなのに。
Oh, wait. No, she's doing it again.
痛い痛い、頭が割れそうだよ。
I'm not sure I can afford to just sit back and see what happens any longer. She's going in and out of panic attacks way more frequently than she has ever before. Sumika?
そうだよ、タケルちゃん。いいこと教えてあげる。
Huh? What's going on? She's never noticed me during an episode before. She's always just terrified or blind with rage. Blind. Blind? Blind.
あいつらに復讐できるよ。タケルちゃんを殺したあいつらをみんな殺しにしてあげるから。待っててね。
Sumika?
タケルちゃん、そうだよね。
Yeah, this is nothing like her previous attacks. It does seem like she's getting me mixed up with the Takeru-chan she knew, but at least she's acknowledging my presence.
それでね。また痛い。
Another headache? I was right. Oh, the cycles are getting faster. She's talking full sentences now, too.
邪魔なの。もうイライラするな。なんなのこの痛いのは。
Alright, I guess I'll just have to keep rattling off memories and see where we go from there. We've come this far. Can't wuss out now. You know, Sumika, there's actually a bit more backstory to that rabbit I just gave you. Hang in there, Sumika. You're doing great. Once we grew up a little and found out there was never a Santa Claus, I sort of stopped giving you Christmas presents altogether.
大丈夫だよ、タケルちゃん。全部殺してあげるからね。
Honestly, I didn't mean to. I just forgot. But when we finally started going again, you know what you said to me?
安心して、タケルちゃん。私があいつらを。
You said it was the best present you'd ever been given.
すごい力なんだから。もう何でもできるよ。
I'd lived a pretty normal life until then, sure, but that was definitely the sweetest thing anyone ever said to me.
よかったよ。復讐できるんだ。
And that's why I'll never leave you, Sumika. Everything's gonna be okay, I promise. We'll spend Christmas together again someday.
じゃ
Just you and me.
タケルちゃん。
Sound good?
タケルちゃん。
What's up? Sumika? Is it your head again?
早く出撃したい。
Yeah, she's having some serious mood swings now. And for a second there, she was even talking directly to me, and not the other Takeru.
先生もう待たなくていいのに。
Huh? Did she just say sensei? Does she mean Yuko sensei?
なんかここにいると気分が悪いよ。
Sumika?
ダメ。何これ。
What isn't right?
知らないよ。私はあいつらを殺したい。それだけなのに。
Is she reaching her limit? I probably shouldn't keep pushing her like this. It can't be good for her brain.
先生がいつまでも待たせるからいけないんだ。
She's saying sensei again. Is it because I call her Yuko sensei? Most people refer to her as Professor Kozuki, or just the XO, don't they? Then again, Kazumi doesn't call her that either. I guess I shouldn't jump to any conclusions.
無駄なことしてる場合じゃない。訓練しなきゃ。訓練しておかないと勝てなくなっちゃうよ。復讐できない。
Sumika?
タケルちゃん、そうだよね。
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. She's talking to me again, but I don't think she can tell the difference between me and my other self.
早く殺したいな。
Ah, dude, what the hell is going on with her?
早く訓練の続きしたいよ。
Alright, we should probably head back now.
訓練の続き。
Maybe. You're just gonna have to wait and see.
ここ来るの。なんか久しぶりだね。
Oh, wait. What does she mean by that? She's been here before? When was the last time you were here, Sumika?
訓練始まらないかな。
Ah.
訓練。
Yeah, I heard ya. Let's head inside. From what I can tell, it definitely sounds like we were more than just friendly acquaintances in this world. She knows the other me is dead, and she's trying to avenge him. That's all the proof I need. I think that knowledge alone is going to help us a lot. That's what I'm hoping, anyway. Alright. Alrighty, and with another date change, I'm gonna call it here because my brain is fried from work today, and I don't think I can go on much longer in a coherent state. So, once again, thank you for watching, everybody, and we will see each other tomorrow for another episode of MUV Love Alternative. Hope to see you then. Later.